Good morning. Here we go again. So, results of another Mastodon poll last night. It looks like we're doing a freighter. Starship time. Frankly, I'm a little surprised you guys want another freighter, but hey, who am I to interfere? So, um, I think before we worry about scale, let's worry about shape. We got a couple of options. We could go with like a random Starship base, or we could just start bashing some shit together and see what we get. I don't know which I feel like doing today more. Maybe I'll have a combination of both. I'm actually going to bring back the cube and let's stretch it out and bring it in. And I wanted to try something. Actually, Ian was using something apparently. Add cube. Yeah, that does work. That is cool. Ian Hubert was doing this the other day, and I was like, oh, that seems neat. No, we don't want to do that. Well, actually, maybe we do, but let's see. Want something like that. Why don't I bring it out, though? I don't know. Went inward. Did I push it in by accident? Yeah, I pushed it in. I see. There we go. That's how it works. Cool. The cube tool. Neat. And does this let us create a new region and extrude? No, it just extrudes that region. I see. Yeah, let's go back to just regular run of the mill that. That's almost like the wireframe tool or grid modeler tool. I could speak. Let's do this though. We'll mirror. Let's pull up the grid modeler tool. W grid modeler. I'm just gonna. Oh, we did need to pick a face first though. W grid modeler. There we go. Now it's lined up properly. Just gonna start twinking out something. And I don't know. I may or may not use it, but morning, Micah. I know it's your least favorite thing. It's a Starship, but it's what people were asking for today again. I don't know why. I don't know. Nah, I'm not feeling this. We tried something, but nah, I'm not feeling it. Let's get rid of it while we're still early. And we'll pull up a random Starship just to give me an idea, because I don't know. Why not? I'll go with the wings. What it calls a wing ship. It creates something like this is just beautiful right off the bat. So you're like, ah, there we go, we're done, right? But what's the point in that? Yeah, I know, right? Well, every once in a while, if you do a poll, I kind of feel like I'm at least somewhat bound to at least pay somewhat attention to the results of the poll. So, and that's what they asked for, weird as it is. That's getting to be kind of interesting. So they wanted a freighter too, which is like, geez, come on, guys. Like, you're literally talking about the thing that I make the most, bar none. That's getting interesting though. Yeah, whatever. A bit more vertical. But I like making ships too, so it's not like it's a problem for me or anything. But it's just sort of like, yeah, really, that's what you want? Okay. Negative y. I don't know. I think I like positive y this time. Although I think it's backwards for where I want it to be. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can do neat stuff with the ship for sure. Don't get me wrong. And we can maybe put it in an environment if we get done fast enough too. So that'd be fun too. That's looking all right. I'm gonna change up a few things. I'm just trying to make a base starting point. Back scale X. Can I bring it down? Interesting. I can bring it in. Not that much though. Let's take the negative. Let's go back to positive. Bring that down. Something like that. Interesting. Not quite that much. And expand the back, cut it down like that. It's starting to feel kind of neat. Let's see. What else do we want to deal with? Wings. Come back here. Turn front back. Wings. Main wings. Wings count. Wing area. Keep going away. Length. Yeah, no. Area 1. Now it's like next to nothing, right? Count. We get anything? No. 1 is too big for this thing. Just gonna keep playing with it though. We get some up there. That's cool. That's your classic Starship look right there. I'm not sure that we wanted a classic Starship, but that is definitely your classic look. What can we do to make it a bit more surprising though? Because honestly, like you could take this, throw it up there, give it a texture in the background, that'd be a ship, you'd be done. And I'm not even joking. Like, unless you were heroing it, you would literally be done. Let's see, just gonna play. Cut our hull sections down a little bit. That's getting a little stumpy. It's stumpy though, but I don't know if I hate it. Let's go the other way. Just see. That's longer. It's definitely less of a freighter look to me, and more of a cruiser. All right, let's play with this. Let's drop out of this thing here. I'll apply our mirror modifier. So we have this because I had the idea. There. And give it a mirror modifier here too. We could go with a two-part hull, potentially. Let's see. Just seeing what we get. That's looking okay. Okay, let's apply that. We want to make it so we can't go back sometimes, because that helps us from when we have to react to problems or situations. It'd be interesting, but that gives us sort of like an interesting cargo bay area. This is garbage here at the top. I hate this, but we can fix that. L, yes. Can we just get rid of it? Faces. See what puts in. No. Although I do like it better that way. X dissolve faces. No. Vertices. Well, we lose some polygon fidelity that way, but that's not awful. And then we could, let's see. KC. No, I don't know. Still not loving it, that, but it's better. Let's see, KXC. Okay. I create something that is not horrible geometry. I mean, I can't say it's good, but it's not horrible. Could do a little bit more. Let's see, Shift A, Mesh, Cube, G, SY, P section, tab, that, Control minus. Probably need to go exact on this one. And solver options. Oh, it looks like we're okay. That's all right. Okay, apply that. Delete that bad boy. That should be better on our, let's see, is that better on our geo? That's a little better. We still have some wonkiness, but whoa. Okay, we have some real wonkiness there. That's interesting. Alt X, mirror it, apply it. There we go. Now we have less wonkiness. Yeah, good. 1, KXC. Let's combine these again. Cool. KXC and combine those again. There we go. Okay, that's a little better. Probably gonna putz with that space anyway. Let's save. I don't know what happened. Sometimes it just makes weird geometry. Random generators sometimes do random things, right? But we got it tighter now. Yeah, exactly. We just put some greebles on top of it. Totally. Hide it with greebles. That's what you do. All right. So now I want to bring us in some scale. And I think rather than starting with a person this time, we are going to start with a container. Indeed, I've taken you to the dark side now. That's what happens. Like, whatever. Okay, cool. So there's our kit. RZ90. So that's a storage container. That's a standard tiny storage container. So that gives us an idea for how big our ship should be. And it could fit into there. And we could get 3 of them into there. That would be a good size, I think. Let's see what makes it. How big is that now? That makes it 46 meters long, 13 high. We can live with that, I think. I feel like that's an acceptable ship size. But I still want to make it more my own. Like, this is still somebody else's ship. And it's not a bad somebody else's ship, but it's not mine. Let's see, maybe a bit more Boolean cutting. Center there. Could. Let's see. That has to be an extreme cut, but let's see what it does. It might be a bit much. Shrink it down like that. That'll give us some edging. That's not awful. I think we want to go a bit more. So we have a little bit more height there. I'm not 100% sold on it yet, but I think I'm getting there. I cut there. 3E, bring that up. That's better. And can we do the same here? Down? Maybe. Boolean cutting, it's always fun. Let's just fold this object for a second. And let's do the same thing here. Control R, and usually bring it back. And 3E down to, or up to there. Hey, Michael. That's all right. We're still sort of just doinking. We haven't really found what we're doing yet. We're playing with Booleans to see what we want to do with this ship, but I'm liking that a little bit. And no. Oh, that's getting weird, isn't it? So this sucker, see what we got. Let's look at it. No, that's not working. That second one's not working there. Let's undo that. Maybe that first one's working? Maybe. I think, though, that I want to take this and bring it back. Okay, this needs to be exact. And there we go. Oh, I see the problem, but I still want to do that. But let me just grab these two. Okay, but I do want to come back to here. Come on, Shift G, coplanar. That's what we're gonna do. Yep, there we go. Come back to here and make this exact. Okay, cool, because now I can go back to here and edit. Now let's bring it back. It's gonna be a little slower now. To that panel cut there. Something like that. I'm just not liking this top edge is the problem, but I think I can fix that later. Yes, if your normals are all wrong, Booleans will not be your friend. You definitely want to. The two places where normals will come back and bite you in the butt are Booleans and curves. Bring that down a little bit. That's better. Yeah. That gives us some. I don't know why I bumped that up like that there, but you know, we may or may not care. Actually, I don't think I care. The more I look at it, no. Well, we may be stuck with it now. It's fine. I mean, I could go edit it, but we're never stuck with anything. But mirrored again. Okay. And let's see. We'll go into here. Edge cut there. Cool, cool, cool. And then there, there, and one, and yep, I think that'll be good for right now. Q, Circle them. Make them pretty big this time. 3E forward. It's like, is this something we're seeing kind of like into the ship a little bit, which I kind of think might be neat. We'd have to do something kind of cool with them, I think, but I mean, we could do that. Okay. And then could 2. No, not that. Undo that. Yeah, you're not gonna let me do that, are you? Fine. K, X, here, to there. Doesn't even matter. 1, 1, 1, Q, circle. Let's try applying this first, see if it works. Sometimes it gets weird when there's, yep, see? 3, E, again. Bring it to there. Sort of replicating that form a little bit. Cool. And then we want to do something here too. We might just, let's see, inset E. That in and of itself could be kind of neat. Yes, I think it is. Inset, no, I, scale, come on, undo. E. We should just be able to, oh, I see, it's this tiny little one there. Inset E. Cool. Now, I don't even need those edges, right? If I just get rid of those, X, dissolve vertices now. Well, it does make a difference. X, dissolve vertices. Merge at last. There we go. And then is there one on the bottom? No, that's it. So we should now be able to, yep, now we can do that. Cool. And bring it forward again. Yeah. And do we want to bring it out or in? If we bring it out, it gets that kind of, it gets weird. It does break our, like aerodynamic ship, which makes no difference in all honesty, but let's see. I'm just going to continue doing this. 1K. Merge those two parts together. Cool. 3 II and split it up in 2. Bring that forward. So we're not really hiding so much. I can still see those things, but they're there. I'm liking that. That's all right. I don't know that it's better, but at least it's different. So we'll go with different for right now. Cool. And let's see. What else do we want to do? Kind of wanted to make it have a little bit more curves maybe this time, but maybe we'll wait a little bit on that. I'm thinking about using a lattice possibly to change the whole shape of the ship at the very end. And that might make more sense to, again, wait to the very end. So we could start greebling now. I think we're to a point where that would make sense. Is there anything we want to do to, like, but we have to kind of say we like this shape first. Yes. Tab L. Ooh, let's see. Can we just, oh, we can. Okay, that's cool. Let's do a little bit of that. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, I like it when you do it like that. Now that's cool. No, that's too much. Move this one. Scale down. Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, I like that. Always some garbage here we need to get rid of. Ugh. Well, maybe we'll get rid of it. Maybe we'll just cover that one up with agreeable. It's where our Boolean split. We get this impossibly thin line down the middle, but it's attached to all this other stuff. I think it's going to be hard to get rid of. Shift G, coplanar. X, dissolve vertices. Well, maybe it won't be. Let's see. Shift G, coplanar. It's stuffed right down the middle, which we don't need. X, dissolve vertices. Did it empty anything? Do we still have a ship? We still have a ship. Cool. It did flatten out some of the other stuff, but no, that's good. No, I like that. Okay. Cool. And that's our little, Michael, I think you're right. Like, that's just a storage unit for scale. It's not actually part of the ship. Let's figure that out. It's just a normal storage container from our world today. Now let's see. Can I take these? Because you can do this with the n-gons, I think. I believe. Ooh, I do need to fix that. I think. Let's apply this. Yeah. Yeah, that's a problem. You want me to go across? Or you're going to be a pain in my ass. Shift hide. Select these two. Yeah. Oh, that's just not pretty. That's not pretty at all. That's a real result of us screwing with that there before, but it's not pretty. One. Wonder if I can't. Can I do this? X vertices. Then I can select this and edge, bridge edge loops. Cool. Oh, hey, cool. Now that worked. We have to fix those other two ones too, though. But that's better for there. Cool. Just the ones at the end basically didn't do. There we go. Oh, and it looks like, is there still some weirdness here? No, that's just the original weirdness. Nope, there's weirdness there. Let's go look. Control R, edge loop 2, edge, bridge edge loops. No. Oh, I just want edge loop. Can I just F now? Close it. Cool. All right, we got a little bit of a weird thing, but at least it's the hole's gone. And tab, alt hide, A, M by distance. Okay, we get rid of those. Should be good now. Cool. Okay, so now we're going to do this before. Let's do it now. I want to select, because we lost a lot of, no, well, yeah, actually maybe yes, but fine. And Shift Q. Actually, let's do an edit mode. Shift Q. Random slice. Cut amounts 25. Inset. I'm going to mirror it again, so it's fine. Tab, Alt X. Mirror it. Does that give us a bit more? Yeah, it's all right. Okay. Just to bring it back sort of in line with the rest of the smoothness of the rest of the ship. Let's save again. Okay. And nice. My go-to is still Battlestar Galactica for a theme song. Perhaps one of the best. I want to do the same thing here, actually, I think. I'm going to get rid of those X vertices. And 7. And I want to select B, bridge edge loops. Oh, the early. The more recent one, yeah. But the theme song for the early one, oh, that's genius. The more recent one's okay. I don't hate it, but it kind of shit the bed at the end. Get rid of this one here. And then okay, there we go. The more recent one had an amazing first 2 seasons, a mediocre third season that had some really good episodes and some really bad ones, and then an incredibly bad fourth season, in my opinion. But yeah, not that anyone necessarily asked me, but if they did, that's what I'd say. Yep, it is very military in that regard, for sure. Let's see. Inset that in just a little bit. Yes. Okay. Now I think this is a reasonably good core shape for this ship. Materializing yet? Nah. Let's just see. Ooh, excellent. That makes it easy. Oh, you're funny. You should ask that question, Michael. No. Yeah. I can't respect a showrunner that can't count to 13. And the dude literally admitted he forgot about the last model of Cylons. So, like, from a storytelling perspective, for me, it makes it hard. Maybe that's my cross to bear, but it is nonetheless true. Dude can't count to 12, 13. He can only count to 12. Just to say, dude is an idiot. At least as a showrunner. That's looking okay. I like that. Yeah, I got the good mirroring. Giving us some of that Faco engine detail. Looks cool. And actually, Battlestar is pretty cool for me. When I first moved to Vancouver, the way I made some friends when I first got here was I joined up with a Battlestar Galactica fan club that watched the episodes on Fridays every week at a cafe. And I made some good friends, and it was cool. So, like, it was worthwhile to me. I just was disappointed in the final season. Yeah. Just trying to get my bearings and think what I want to do to it. I think maybe it's time to do some materializing. And just start with the classic. And join those together. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, he's a genius too. Was it the composer Bear? Like, yeah, he's fantastic. There's no no question there about that. Dude is good. So, we go with, we definitely have to agree to that. So not really super loving how this thing is fitting across the whole thing yet. That's what we can fix. Let's see. Is that better? That might be better. I think that is better. I'm not sure this weird black dot spot here. You get to just play with parts until you find where you want it to be. That looks kind of cool. That looks better. More engine-y. Kind of weird that it bends like that, though, isn't it? When I think about it, I better be like that. It still bends weird. I should just fix that bend, I think. I'm not sure when I look at it that I like it now. One KYC. Cool. Oh, but Farscape is fun. You're not going to hear me complain about Farscape. Rigel is just awesome. Take this. Merge at last. Cool. That's better. Cool. One GZ, bring it up. Doesn't have to be exact, but and GY. No, sorry, GX. There we go. 3 GZ. Just kind of line it up again. So it's, yep. There we go. That's looking good. Now let's go back to UV editing again. 3, select these faces first, and G to like that. Or sorry, U cube projection again. Now I've fixed it. L R90. Z8, Z8 over here. Much better. Much better. That's SY. Getting a little weeds lost, but not too bad. I think that definitely helps us. And this, where's this piece now? It's over here, right? A scale. Right over here. R180. Cool. Maybe just kind of comes in here. I'm gonna add a, yeah, KYC. Let's just follow this line there because I like those there. Grab this, this, and this, and G to there. And let's grab all these again. Yeah. And G. And just move them so they line up something cool, which they don't yet, but this one could be close. That's U, cube projection. Now they do. Scale. Just line it up there. Finally, that was a lot of work, but yeah. UVing, when you really want to spend days on a model, that's what you do. And I'm just gonna R90. Something like that. Better. Cool. Nice, nice, nice. That's not nice. Still looking at little things to fix. L. U cube projection. Scale. There we go. Just simplifying it down a bit too. That feels better. And then we're going to come and cover shit up with, kit bashing anyway, probably, but that's all right. Well, thanks, YouTube. Glad they're looking out for you, Too funny. Thank you for the blog post, by the way. That was nice. I appreciate that. I'm glad I'm somewhat helpful. Let's see. It's kind of a weird hammerheady window, but kind of neat. No. Maybe let's start tweaking a little bit. We're gonna be playing with these little UV things for years that I don't even probably care about. Let's kit bash. Oh yeah, of course. We don't want baked. We want trim sheet. Do we want to just throw one of these pods? It could just give us a big fuck off engine to go with my Well, that's, I mean, Jesus. Someone's overcompensating. Um, that's all right though. That I like. All right, save it. Apparently we're pointing backwards. Yeah, we are. And that's just going to annoy me. So I'm just going to select everything on median point RZ180. No, not that way because I want to keep it on the origin. 3D cursor, RZ180. There we go. Once I notice stuff like that, it drives me insane. I just like having my front facing towards me, not into the scene. Ah, cool. Homeworld. I've never played. I'm good friends with Aaron Kamowitz, who worked on the first one, but I've never played Homeworld. But it does look cool. It's a super neat um, universe. Him and Rob both very good at what they did. Let's see here. That's huge. My ship is actually not that large this time. Good old Vancouver boys. It's something that I find hysterical about Canadians, and I've laughed at before I moved back up here, and now I find myself doing it too. Is like anytime somebody's from where you are, you're like, oh yeah, those guys, they're from, you got to claim them for some reason. I'm like, why? I don't. It's not me, but you know, but it's true. You do. Everyone does. More too high. Yeah, I still do want to be. I think I care more about the front in this sense than the back. So there. Okay. Mirror it. Did I? Oh, come on. Mirror it. There we go. No, I'm not liking it. We do need something up there though, but not that. Not yet, anyway. Um, let's see in color some more. Jumping back in 3D models for me, I don't know about other people, but ooh, we lost our mirroring. There we go. Jumping between color and grayscale is almost the same in 2D painting of like flopping it. Lets you see it differently. Yeah, do all Canadians know each other? Yeah, right. In Vancouver, the joke would be yes, and they all hate each other. Um, but the answer is still no. Um, when I first moved to this city, I was really shocked by how cliquish it is and how little people move beyond their own particular groups. So, like, I'm joking, but only kind of. And even in your particular groups, the joke is, let's get coffee sometime is Vancouver for fuck right off. Um, it's gorgeous. I mean, at least when it's not pouring rain. And even then, if you're coming from someplace snowy and cold in the middle of winter, you come to Vancouver and you're like, I can wear a hoodie. It's nice. So, yes, that's certainly true. I'm going to try this and see what we get out of it. Maybe nothing. It's changing the shape of my vehicle quite a bit, but that might be okay. I'm actually really liking that. I think that's neat. I like that little curve. I think it's helping us a lot. It just gives it a sense of something that I enjoy. Yeah, they call this No Fun City this time. It's supposed to be like the least friendly place in Canada. I mean, whatever that means, right? I don't. Maybe we just didn't have enough cocaine when the reviewer came or something. I don't know. Oh, you're Seattle? Yeah, totally. There's a different vibe. I mean, it is Seattle and Vancouver feel different. I mean, so does Portland, right? Like all three of them along the coast. They're all very different cities. Um, I mean, I grew up on the East Coast of the United States, and what I notice is every time I come back to Seattle, I'm like, black people. And it just makes me feel like I'm at home again. Um, Also, the other thing is roads. American roads are just huge compared to Vancouver roads. So it's got a really different feel to it. I'm not going to argue that one. Mm, I'm just trying to decide if I want to put like more viewports and like exterior looking things on it or not. Um, I actually used to enjoy going down to Bellingham for the same almost reason. Like it's Bellingham, but it's a different country, and it just feels different. It's fun. Haven't done it in a while though. I kind of stopped crossing the border when Trump was elected, and then COVID happened, and I continued to not cross the border, and I just haven't kind of crossed the border much since. So I've stopped doing it. Mm. Americans in cars, they're fun. Um, Although apparently I've heard New Zealand has the largest car percentage per capita or something. I don't know. That was like 20 years ago. Who knows if it's still the case? I thought it was interesting. I'm like, really? New Zealand? There we go. That'll work. I'm kind of just trying to look at it from basically every angle too. So it's like, oh, what would we feel like if we saw a shot of the ship leaving and we'd be like, this tail thing is just too high. That's what we would think. So we're just gonna squish it down a little bit. Oh yeah, no, there are a lot of pockets of very white for sure, but you have to remember that Vancouver is just vastly like the average for America is significantly more than Vancouver. Um, I mean, whatever. I don't care one way or another. It just reminded me. It looked visually like a downtown that I grew up in, kind of thing. It's like black people, white people, some Asian people, as opposed to here where it's white people, Asian people, a couple black people. It's kind of whatever. Not something I give a lot of thought to. It was just I remember when I went back to Seattle the first time after I moved here. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, that's much better. Oh yeah, and see, I feel like now when we're looking at it heading away into the distance, that doesn't feel like a weird high thing. But there we go. I'm just kind of checking it again, seeing what I see, if anything. Um, it's a big ship, but it's not a huge ship. Oh, I know. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, we do. Um, the other thing we have is some damn good, damn cheap sushi. So every time I go to America now, I'm like, Christ, you people pay too much for sushi. Um, so interesting. Thought most, I thought Vancouver started getting most of its Asian immigration after Expo 86, is what I've been told. But that's cool. Neat. I like that. Um, cool. Yeah, I like that there. Duplicate it over the other side. Nice. Michael Coffee works in tea. That is awesome. Joe Coffee. Okay. That's also awesome. Well, I drink both coffee and tea. Coffee itself drips through my veins mostly. So, in fact, I'm going to have a sip right now. Thanks for the reminder. It's getting cold, but it's still good. Okay. Save again. I think he answered you, Micah, didn't he? Finland, sorry, I'm looking back up. Finland has more saunas per capita than cars. Nice. Uh, I'm going to add something up here, I think. Not me, man. Tea's fine, but coffee is my drink of choice. I got nothing against tea, but I'm rebelling from my inner Canadianness by, my grandparents were huge tea drinkers, and like of the like hardcore, there is a right way kind of vibe, like you must. Um, my grandfather was like, you have to take the kettle to the pot or to the, sorry, you have to take the teapot to the kettle and not the other way around. So the kettle stays at maximum heat when you're making it. And I was like, all right, okay, dude, sure, whatevs. You know, if that's the rule, that's the rule. Oh, milk or tea in the cup first. Tea first, I think. I'm trying to remember for them. It's been literally 40 years, but um, for me, definitely tea in the cup first because I just put the tea bag in the cup and then pour it on top. So, hey, because I'm a Philistine. Um, hmm, okay, hatches. We could go with a hatch. We don't have one of those yet. Want to put a hatch on the ship? Where would we put it? Besides the bottom, which we're just gonna say is, over here. Mr. Coffee answered you. He said, because he studied Chinese. Local. There we go. Cool. And we'll mirror it. Okay. All right. Yeah, I could live with that. That looks kind of neat. Just saving early, saving often. Ah. You missed the answer, Micah. He said because he was studying Chinese. Select these faces. They're pissing me off. Okay. And UV edit. Oh, that's why he knows the stuff about Mandarin and the Chinese language, is because he was learning Chinese. Is that better? That looks better. Oh, yeah, that looks better. Gotta do the same thing here, though. Oh, no, it's not. It's this thing. It's just a little high up, isn't it? No. What is that? Oh, I know what that is. Right. Here's where we're going to use sculpting again. That's that piece. But we don't want to come up there, but we don't want to mess with it anywhere else. So we're just going to sculpt it down. There we go. Better. Object mode. Let's see. No big deal. We jump around a lot here talking. Weirdly, and I don't know if it's an American thing or not, but a lot of Americans seem to know the racial makeup of their cities. I think it's because America sadly tends to differentiate different locations by things like that, as kind of you can kind of tell from our conversation. So like it's not, I mean, everyone can have a different reason why they know, but it feels like almost everybody knows. Um, which is, unfortunate actually. Now let's get this side. That seems better. Well, maybe not. That seems better. Hmm. Yep, but it's very American. This from Star Wars? Well, it's not from anything. I guess it kind of has a bit of a Star Wars vibe to it. It's just a spaceship. Just something we're making to make it look cool. I kind of like the snub nose thing here, though. That's working for me. Trying to just do my as we're talking. So we're in that stage where I just kind of look around until and whittle away at and or add anything that doesn't look like a spaceship to me. Um, do we want? We could come here and give this, if not a gun, then the classic. Um, it could be a gun. Q circle. Oh, it's a strange place. I'm not gonna argue that one in any way. Why is it not doing it? Let's just see if I give a better result if I turn off hops. Let's apply it. Tab, Q, circle. No, it's still not lining up properly. X, dissolve, vertice. Just go back to that again. 3, inset, E, and take it back in. Do it that way. There we go. It certainly is. I mean, I think every place is, but it, you know, I am certainly aware of the weirdnesses of America sometimes more than other places. Although Japan, pretty weird, not gonna lie. Where did that cut come from? Weird. And sure. Just gonna grab all those. And, oh, actually, go away, tab. We'll stay there. Q, slice. Give us some more. Now take it to like 50. Yeah, totally. The front definitely does look like headlights. And these are two windows into the cockpit, and that was intentional too. So yes, it does look like headlights. Or it's supposed to. I don't know if it does. Does is very arrogant on my part. It was intended to look like headlights. Um, that was another thing it was also supposed to look like somewhat. So we're doing well. um, kind of trying to blend those elements together. Like this down section here is the shark part for me. But you're right, this is from the front end very headlight looking, and it's also got a very front octagonal shape to like a sports car. Um, yeah. Or again, I hope it does. You never know. You're like, oh, am I doing it right? I hope so. Um, all you can do is try, and sometimes people pick up on stuff, and sometimes people see shit you didn't see, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Totally, yeah. But no, this actually was what I was trying to do. I'm gonna try. Let's see, something here. I feel like we need something here, but I don't want to go too busy. Inset E in a little bit. Maybe we might not even need bits there if we do that, just to give it something like that. Oh yeah, that's cool. I actually think just that helps, just like that. Making noises. So that looks, I like this because it actually looks like doors, just the way the textures popped out. So it feels like it's our cargo bay, or could be our cargo bay. Um, so we maybe take it and we just emphasize that a little bit by giving it an up thing there. We don't want supposed to merge, but fine. I'm just gonna Control A, apply it, E. Oh no, it's probably there from before, isn't it? This is, yeah. Fine. I do want it to do this, so we're gonna have to here to here to here. Okay. Shift hide. Okay, so we just got that. Good, 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 good. Can we just delete those faces? We should be able to. I think it's gonna hurt anything. The little sticky thing there probably doesn't bother me much. Let's see. Is that a hole now? Do I have a hole in my ship? I do have a hole in my ship now. Now we probably want to fix that too. One more. There we go. Fix the hole in my ship. Chat always lags bad here. I don't know why. Just how it is. It makes it a little confusing sometimes for me to follow along, but you know, it's set to the, you know, the standard for YouTube's. YouTube's just a pain sometimes, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I like that inset there like that. And we got another one here, which is also cool. I almost wish we could grab another one. Let's go look and see what this looks, where this is, so I can find it. The editing. Oh, right along that edge. Okay, I see. That's why it's doing it. That's neat. Can we do the same thing here? GX. Bring it along to like that. Yeah, we can. Maybe we take this one and move it out of here. Yeah. Yes. That's so much better. So we have our two cargo doors, and we are good there. Okay. Save. Where we at? 115? We can start giving us a space to live in. I'm just gonna get rid of this now. We don't need it anymore. Put it in outer space, or do we want to put it on the planet? I'll give you guys a minute to answer that question since I know the lag is bad. But outer space or on the planet? I'll tweak just a few more little things in the meantime. Yep, better. Space. Okay, you win. First person gets it. Slice 10. Oh, yeah. Cool. Maybe do the same thing here again. Well, I like that piece. Well, let's try it. Inset. No. Inset. Cool. Space it is. Outer space. All right, so we're going to put in outer space. First thing we do is just grab space atmosphere. Ian made one a long time ago that I just use because it's great. There are other ways to do this, but let's start with Ian's. We'll see what we get. It's a cool star field. And of course, it's dark. But we can add a sun. Actually, maybe we won't do that way because I think, do I have, how does it work? I can't remember where it is anymore. Unless I've turned it off. Gotta look for planet. Uh, oh shoot, let's see, did you add it this way? Was it this way? Yeah, I think it might have been, go away. Mesh, geosim planet, there it is. So we can add ourselves a planet and that gives us a sun too that it controls. And it adds Earth by default, which we might just leave anyway. It's not, I don't actually want it to be Earth, but you pick them up after a while. I don't use most of them, honestly. They're somewhat less than, come on, where's my planet? There's a sun, planet, RX. Cool. So we can't really see where the hell it's going. There we go. And let's set our camera up. Blue rings instead of fire for the rockets. You want it blue instead of yellow? We can change that. Doesn't matter. It's just the default. Camera. Go with the area again. Lens. Anamorphic because I like it. Oh, we need to change the camera depth too. Say 500. Some I try and I like a lot, and some I use for a little bit and don't use often, and some I don't use very often at all, but when I need them, I love that I have them. So it's all of the above. Like I haven't used Shipwright in a long time. It's another way of making ships. Transportation is just a library of cars. When you want it, you want it. DAS importer. Blender Kit is another one of those free. It connects to the Blender Kit website and pulls things down, so it's useful for that. procedural crowds, polygon IQ. These three are all great. There's the aquatic, the botanic, and the traffic. Traffic being another car library. Botanic I use all the time. Aquatic I use quite a bit. Kid ops, used to use it more. Hard ops, I rarely use it from the panel, but I use it all the time if you're watching. Real-time materials, I use these sometimes. These are Ducky 3Ds, Ducky something. They're good. Urbaniac is city library stuff, so lots and lots of things for making buildings. Simply is cloth. I wrote it we used recently. Geoscatter, you probably know what that one does. Our BD lab is a physics thing for blowing up hard surfaces. When you want it, you want it. He used to use box cutter a ton. Don't use it much anymore. Snow is another crowd. Humans. Fluent, I use it to make materials. I have Fluent Materializer. There are other Fluent add-ons, but all I use is Materializer. OCD, one-click damage. HDRI Maker. Cell fluids. Auto building. So that's the majority of them that I have installed up there. So yeah. All right. Let's now jump back into it. But just since someone asked, like, yeah, there seems like a fair number, but fortunately, Blender now scrolls them. They used to squish them all together, and it was a nightmare. But now you can just scroll through them, and I don't mind having so many. That's probably a little too much. 40. Let's go to there. Oh, now it's clipping to here. We'll move our planet a little bit. Maybe scale it up a little bit. Let's see. Yeah. I really try to have no secrets. There's nothing special here. It's just stuff. Let's see. Zote wanted me to change this to blue, which we can do. I don't care. Blue, and we'll make it a bit brighter too, so it affects, we can see it more. There we go. It's blue. So now what we're seeing here is realistic space in the sense that there's one sun, there's no atmosphere. Speaking of no atmosphere, I'm going to come over here to my compositing. And while I'm thinking about it, although you guys might never see this, turning off mist, because there will be no mist. We can go through the compositor another time if you want to. But because of that, the bottom is completely black, which is accurate to real life physics, but not super accurate to movie physics, and means you can't see the ship from anything part of it from the bottom. So often what you do in these circumstances is create a second sunlight. I'm gonna have a light sun and point it upward. And kind of usually try to kind of, where's our sun here? It's pointed straight down. You kind of want to maybe mirror it a little bit. So let's go back to our here. That's cool. Then this sun here, we'll move it like there. We're just going to kind of tweak it a bit. We're going to kind of try to set it like it's coming from the planet, even though it's obviously not. We'll change its color to make it a little bit blue. And we'll change its value down to like 0.33, so it's a third. And what you get then is you can see the bottom now, and now I can tweak the sun here a little bit more. Kind of find exactly where we want it to be. You can see the bottom of the ship, but your brain doesn't go, oh, there's another light. Maybe it thinks you're getting some light bounce off from the planet if you thought about it, but you're clearly not. It's just fake. This happens all the time. If you go look, if you ever want to play a fun game, go watch sci-fi space movies and try to play spot the light source, because you will go mad. But it's not a bad training exercise. Yeah. That's looking okay. Um, so the cool thing with this outer space HDRI, unlike some of the ones we use normally, is that there's no angle where it breaks and we can't look at this ship from. So there are ones we like better, but nothing is broken. So we can literally do a 360 on our ship, which is kind of cool. This is the classic ship approaches a planet angle. And what time is it for me? It is 3 minutes till 9 in the morning. It's early. So we're going to set this and we'll duplicate it. And let's do our second one now. So we can keep showing off what we're doing. So you're down here and you're like, your brain doesn't notice that that blue light is complete bullshit. But that blue light is complete bullshit. It'll come up a little bit. Do like that. And we'll even come in a little bit now. Yes, it's like if you ever truly want to curse somebody, explain kerning to them, and then they will never be able to look at writing ever again. Um, that's the same case with lighting. What's the classic old thing that the Indian chief is talking to the missionary, and the missionaries and has just explained heaven and hell to them, and the chief goes, "So would I have gone to hell before you told me this stuff?" And the missionary's like, "No," and so the chief goes, "So why did you tell me?" It's the same kind of thing. Like, why would you introduce something like this into my life? I don't know, because we're mean. Focus here on that. And so we have one kind of from below to the side. We're moving up and looking at it more. Then we'll create another one. And we're going to zoom in actually to like 50 and bring it over to the front. You see that? Move it over. I don't like that shot actually. It's not looking good. So let's see if it looks better from here. It's very dark now. We might want to adjust the lighting. I don't mind the angle, but I think the lighting might need to be tweaked, which means I'll do it afterwards in the third, but we'll just set it up here. And then let's do the classic here for 4. I'll have to redo it, but not like it takes long. Ah, they're testing my fire alarm at 9 a.m. There you go. Cool. So that if you could hear that noise, that was them testing my fire alarm, which they told me they were going to do this morning. Cool. I like that. That's kind of cool. Let's maybe, can we make it? Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that's my fire alarm. Yeah, we gotta have a butt shot. Totally. Save it. I don't do the backsides too often, just because usually they're not that interesting. But I feel like this time we will do this one. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, which we'll need to adjust the lighting for. 4. I know it's sexy. It's giving me spaceshipy thoughts. If I were a transformer, I'd be aroused. Yeah. Okay. Um. So we're at our time. We have a ship. We have a planet. I think we're in good shape. Um, it wasn't really. I think it qualifies as a freighter. I mean, it's got freighter doors. It's the right size. Um, it's a little generic, but that's okay. It doesn't necessarily, not always a bad thing. Um, yeah, I mean, I can't claim credit for it. That's from Tech Nouveau. He made that, and it is a very cool engine back. And if they if you're into starships or even just mechanical stuff in general, you came on a little after I started using this kit, Michael, so I haven't talked about it constantly. There's Big Medium Small is a company that puts out greebles and stuff. It's run by a guy named Jama Jarabayev, who's a super cool concept artist. Anyway, they have a kit for starships that is absolutely phenomenal. Um, it's the Model Shop Greebles kit, and it has so much cool stuff. Um, I mean, I've used it all the time. I know when you're on, but I haven't really talked about it. But that's where it comes from. And then it's just that was its exhaust, and it was that one, I think, or that one, this one. But yeah, it's if you want to make this sort of stuff, it is amazing. The other thing it comes with that I've used a bunch are characters, which are super, 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 super helpful. And it's got some pre-made spaceships as well, so you can kind of see what he does with it. Anyway, yeah, I get no affiliate for it or anything, but it's super, super cool. And Tech is a cool guy. So is Jama. Anyway, on that note, folks, I'm gonna take off. I'll be back again tomorrow. I don't know what we'll make yet. We'll figure it out. It'll be cool. um, I hope everybody has a great rest of their day. Thanks for hanging out. As always, I appreciate it. And yeah, talk to you guys later. Okay, bye, folks.